another awesome episode of Diva Lifestyle Show. I am your host, Tony Nicole, and we have another impactful show today. We have the awesome guest. He is the CEO of New Soul Music, and he's also a recording artist. So coming up is Mr. DARKEYE. He is a Christian rap artist, entrepreneur. He is doing big things in the South. So we are so welcome to have him on the show. So we're going to take a brief break, as always. And when we come back, we'll have Mr. DARKEYE with us. So don't go nowhere.
Hi everyone, my name is Crystal Rogers. I just wrote a book called I Survived the Storm. It's about my once broken life and about toxic and alcoholic relationships. If God can bring me through it, He can you too. You can purchase the book on Amazon or Barnes & Noble. Or if you do not order online, you can personal message me, Crystal Rogers, and I will be glad to send you a copy. It's $13. Y'all have a blessed day.
All right, welcome back to the Diva Lifestyle Show. I am your host, Tony Nicole, and I have with me awesome, phenomenal, the man that does it all. I think he's like another version of me. He has everything going on, wearing multiple hats. So, he's a CEO, he's a recording artist, he's doing it up. So let's welcome Mr. DARKEYE to the show. How you doing today?
I'm wonderful. How you doing, Tony?
I'm doing good. Can't complain. I'm on my grind as always.
I see.
For these entrepreneurs, a lot of the entrepreneurs are sleeping. They sleep.
No, we're not.
We got time to sleep.
Nope. Take a little nap and we back at it.
Come on. 5 seconds.
That's it.
5 seconds back in.
Yeah. That's it. That's it.
You're doing some awesome things, and congratulations on your nomination. Queen City.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. That's big.
Yeah, it is.
Of the year award. That's awesome.
That's the one I'm excited about the most because I didn't even push that. Like, I just, I looked at it and then I'm like, there go New Soul Music. And I'm like, what? So it's like the community chose that. Like, I didn't push it. It's like, I feel like the community has been like watching me and they, they felt like, I deserve to be in the running for it. So it's like, even if I don't win, it's like, that's a win in itself.
It is a win, absolutely, because that speaks volumes. You never know who's watching. You never know who is paying attention to your grind, your walk, and everything. I think that's great because you are doing a phenomenal job at New Soul.
Thank you.
And your artists are doing great.
Yep.
You're doing good, and you got your latest music out. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about your projects that you got out with you and also with your artists.
Okay. Yeah. So my latest project EP is called God and Ambition. To sum it up, it means faith and determination. It's music to kind of be a soundtrack to your everyday life, your everyday grind, and it also kind of helps people deal with the fear of failure, or if they dealing with that. If some just just feel like if they get started, it's just not going to go the way they plan, and they don't want to deal with that. So this project is just to kind of help deal with the struggles with that, and just give you the confidence and that extra boost just to get out there and do it, no matter what.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I tell you, because one thing that I do notice with you, because I have seen on social media, you do drop knowledge about the music business, because I know that you're a vet in the game just like me, having so many years under our belt. When I was out managing recording artists back in the 90s, the late 90s, I would not go any further with them unless I educated them about the industry.
Right.
Because, you have a lot of recording artists that are caught up in the glam and the glitter and the, quick money and all that. But, they don't understand the logistics that's behind it. And they don't understand that, that money is not freely given. That's something that you got to pay back.
Right.
You know? And a lot of the stuff that they see from most of these artists, recording artists to today, they're still doing that same thing of renting out homes and cars and, all that kind of stuff. So everything that's glitter is not gold.
Right.
successful in the industry by working really hard. So let's go back to what made you start New Soul Music.
Well, originally it started out as Dark Soul Entertainment. I was in business with my brother, my older brother. We started this back in 2000, and we were trying to get things going for about 12 years. But it was really just more about the music. We never really focused on the business side. And I'm gonna say probably like 2004. I met a guy by the name of Gervais Vanderhorst, who's really great guy that's was heavy in radio and promotion and stuff like that back then. And he introduced me to what was going on behind the scenes with radio. And then I met some other people that introduced me to, just to see what was going on the business side of music. So from there, I kind of got more focused on that at that point. And then I started to kind of apply it around 2010. And then I tried to get my brother to kind of take on that position, but couldn't really get him to go there. He was just like, nah, he just didn't want to put that work in. So about a couple of years later, by 2012, we kind of put Dark Soul Entertainment to bed. I was just kind of trying to figure it out, what my next move was going to be from there. And my life was changing then because I went through a stage of depression, and that's when I chose God to kind of, be the God in my life. And from there, he showed me a new vision. And that's how Dark Soul became New Soul. And then, so in 2013, I released my first official single, first official single as a Christian hip hop artist. It was called Believer. And the response that I got was amazing. And I just went hard that year, and from there, it's just like I got my first paid gig in 2014. I remember a guy paid me $100 to do like it was like a celebration event for the Friendship 9.
Okay.
And, so from there it was like New Soul was here, and I've been running the gun since then.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Well, that's good. I know a lot of times it can be challenging because when it comes down to being in the Christian hip hop realm, there are a lot of challenges it faces versus the secular world, of course. And there's always a message that needs to be sent out.
Right.
And it's clear that you are sending a message through your music, of course, but you're also sending it in the way of, hey, I am just like you. I don't have to use curse words in my verses.
Right.
But what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to bring you home so that you can see there is a better way. You have an option. Right. So, and I think that that's great because we're trying to reach a generation that is lost. We're trying to reach a generation that's confused. And then also we're trying to get the generation that was ahead of us that still love hip hop to try to get back into tune with, because people, as we know it, hip hop is dead. That's what a lot of people keep saying.
Right.
It's on life support. That's what I say. It's just on life support. It can be resuscitated back. It can come back. It just takes the right element in the people to get it back to where it needs to be. But it can never be it can never be really duplicated like from the other legends ahead of it.
Right.
So okay, this new album that you have out. Now this album here, would you say is different from the other ones? Or what's so different about this album versus your other?
Yeah, it's definitely different. It was an album that I felt like people needed to really see me from a different perspective than what they've seen me before. When I first started in 2013, when I released my first project back then, it was really heavy coming from scripture, just coming from that place where really only like the church folks could probably more relate to it more. But as I grew in my Christianity and just kind of grew more spiritually, I started realizing that I was only being relatable to people that was already strong in their faith. And there were so many other people that just wasn't there yet, that couldn't relate to me. And it was just like this wall that was there, and I needed to get through that, and I needed to break through that. So that process kind of began back in probably, I'm gonna say like 2018, when I put out a song called "I'm Outta Here," and that was really just my moment of realizing I had to stretch my content and make it more relatable to people that was out here that was kind of lost and looking for some hope and some inspiration. So God and Ambition, it was like what was an idea or thought there, or something I was kind of tapping on a couple of years ago, was me really going there 100%. And I recorded God and Ambition during the pandemic. I went in the studio and recorded like 4 out of the 6 songs, and then I went back and recorded the other 2 at a later time or whatever. But this pandemic really made me feel like this is the inspiration and the motivation that people need now more than ever before, because I felt like if you come out of this pandemic, this lockdown, and you didn't learn a new skill, or you didn't start something new, or come out better than what you went in, then you just kind of spent a lot of wasted time. You didn't take advantage of what God basically set up. So God and Ambition just speaking to that moment, it's speaking to the fact that I feel like this was the time for us to just become something, or begin or start something that we never thought that we would have had the opportunity and the time to do. And it was just like all set up for us to be able to do that. And in this God and Ambition project, it's really fueled it, and let them know, like, all you need is faith and determination. There's a full quote that I put on the album too, from a book that I read called Principles by Ray Dalio. I talk about pain plus reflection equals progress. So it's like the pain that we went through with this pandemic and this lockdown, and what a lot of people went through with losing loved ones, it also gave us time to reflect. And all of that together I feel like is going to help us, have some progress out of this thing. So yeah, God and Ambition is really just, it's a soundtrack that speaks to all of that. And it's going to be a constant reminder that, we got faith and determination. It doesn't matter what we want to do, we can do it. And I believe that people need to understand that, we don't fail at anything. We just discover things that don't work. So you learn from it and you move forward, your lessons. So that's really what this project is really speaking to, all of that, and I pray that, the message is received, and, people really can apply it.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. And I'm glad that you touched on that. A lot of people do not understand that experience is something that's going to build you and make you stronger. It's not something that's going to hold you back. Wisdom is richer than anything. Wisdom is what helps you create millions. It helps you to get up to where you need to be. I was speaking about that today, about how important it is that you got to continue to feed your mind, read and learn, like corner everything that you can possibly corner out here when it comes down to knowledge. Because if you're an entrepreneur, you're multifaceted on everything. You're not going to be just set to one thing. You're going to be set to multiple things, because ideas will keep coming and coming. So now, what are some things that you would tell like a up and coming artist that's coming up into maybe Christian hip hop or just the music industry? What are some key things that you would let them know what they need before getting started?
They need a plan, a business plan, number one. And they need to know that the minute that they decide to become an artist, that they are also deciding to become an entrepreneur. And that's the mindset that they got to have going in, because so many of them just think it's all about just the music. But especially now, it's about building a brand. And
yes.
And that's what I would tell them to focus on more than anything. That would be my first piece of advice to them. And then from there, just know that building a brand, you start breaking down the, the idea of what that means, because some of them don't know what it means to build a brand, but it's really just starting with you understanding who you are and implementing that. Study yourself, learn what you value, and build your brand off of that. Because when you're putting together a business model for your vision, it starts with what they call a value proposition, and that's connected directly to your core values as a person.
Mm-hmm.
So, like for me as an artist, I care about motivating and encouraging people and inspiring people to live their dreams. I mean, my whole company, my mission statement is "By faith, dreams come true," because I want people to know that, like, there's nobody that's ever succeeded at anything without having faith in something, even if it's just something bigger than them. Whatever it is. So that's my brand. And people think about me, they think about that. So artists need to, and I build off of that. So artists just need to know that coming into this thing, you're deciding to be an entrepreneur, and you need to focus on building a brand, and not so much about trying to sell music that people can get for free. You know what I mean? Like, people are not buying music anymore. So it has to be something special about you that gets their attention.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. That's good. That's good stuff. So, for my viewers out there, you watching this show, I hope you got your pen and paper out.
Yeah.
I was supposed to have this out. So y'all can take in this, because this is important now. You're getting some life lessons.
Yeah.
You're getting entrepreneur movement lessons of that.
Yeah.
So make sure you write down everything, okay? Those that are watching. But so that's real good. Because they don't know about business. See, that's the thing about it. A lot of these artists, all they know is the music, but they don't know about the logistics, the business plans. They don't know about, self-promotion and none of that stuff. They very clueless. It's like, take time out and find out, because you don't want to end up like a TLC or all the rest of them out here. That's crazy. That story was like, took me out when I found out how they weren't getting paid.
Right. Heartbreaking.
And see, now, versus back then, they really was counting on the albums being sold, because, you still had CDs. You still had some cassette tapes left. You had all of those things, so they were really counting on those sales. Now things have shifted because everything is digital, so it's like the count is so different. It's not like how it was per 5 or 15 cents per album, or what was being sold. Now it's about how many downloads, you're getting, and so forth. And now things are so easily, like remember the big 5 distributions that was out there, Elektra and all of them, they were out there doing the albums and stuff. Now everything is, you can distribute it yourself through Amazon Music, Google, all of those platforms. So it's easier now.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
yet music can still be somewhat stolen, but it's still easier now.
Yeah,
What's your input on that versus from back then to today? What you think?
Well, I come from, the old way of doing things, and I must say that I'm gonna say it was harder, but you made more money. You know what I mean? Because you made more money, because back when I was selling CDs out of my book bag, I ain't have a car, so I wasn't selling out of the trunk. I was selling out of my book bag.
Book bag, yeah.
So when I was doing that, I was making $10 a CD, So, and I would some days I make $100, some days I would make $300, But it was hard work, because I used to just hit all, like, on the weekends. I used to wait to the weekends and go to the car washes or go to the mall and stuff like that. But now, it's better because of the analytics that you're able to get. Like, back then, when you sold a CD, you didn't know how many times they listened to that CD, or what song they listened to the most. So, like, with the analytics that you got with with digital streaming and stuff or whatever, now you can see that. So that's what I'm saying. So how to market. That's some stuff that you can use for marketing, where you see, okay, they listen to this song the most on the project, or they you see how many times they streamed your album and streamed your singles and stuff like that. So that's good.
Mm-hmm.
But of course, you got the pros and the cons of the situation where you're getting paid fractions of a penny for each stream,
Mm-hmm.
and stuff like that. So you're not really getting a whole lot of money there. But yeah, you do have a lot of information that you have access to that we didn't have before. So I think that's probably like the biggest plus. And then you're worldwide with the push of a button. I mean, so you don't need the distribution deals like we
Yeah.
now we can just upload and you're worldwide.
Yeah. Just go on about your business.
Yeah,
Just go ahead. That music goes right with you. You got to worry about no scratched up CDs or no
right,
set tapes.
right.
When it comes unwound and stuff, you got to get a pen. See, yeah, people don't understand this. I'm telling my age, I don't care. But when you had a cassette tape and that tape came unraveled, you had to go get a pencil and stick it through there and try and crank it back up.
Yeah. Or when the tape popped, then sometimes you was able to get a piece of tape and put it back together. Sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't. But
Yeah. See, I knew all about all of that stuff.
Yeah, that's how we used to make our mixtapes.
Get my music to work. You understand me?
Oh yeah. That's how we used to make the mixtapes. We listen to the radio and hit record.
Yeah.
Favorite songs. Yeah.
we was recording off of tapes that we didn't even care for the artists. We just go ahead and record it over.
Yeah. That's it. You put the put the little balled up the little piece
balled up the paper.
Yeah. That's how you
telling our age. We telling our age. It's okay.
It's all good.
It's all good. We vets out here, so y'all need to understand.
Exactly right.
Yeah, that's how come we take value in what we do in music, because we came from the bottom, now we here.
Oh man, we really did. Came from the bottom, now we here.
Uh-huh. All right, but before I let you go, because it's been a pleasure of you being on the show, really enjoyed you, and big salutes to you. And guys, make sure that you're watching, because you got time. I think it's till December for the voting.
December 1st.
Okay, December 1st. Please go to the Queen City Awards site and go ahead and cast your votes. And go ahead and make that vote for Mr. Darkeye, okay? For the New Soul Music, for Small Business Award. And he also has his artists nominated as well, Kimberly Latoya. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so we're everybody's being nominated, okay? So he got that on lock, got his business, artists, and himself. So y'all need to go through.
Crazy. It's crazy. God is good. And be on the lookout for my new podcast that I got with Tiffany Adams. It's called the Darkeye and Tiffany Show.
All right.
That's going to be on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you can find podcasts. So it's going to be awesome, man. We're looking forward to it.
Yes. So y'all heard it. So how else can they follow you? Shoot out your handles.
Oh yeah. The best way to do it, truth be told, is to Google me. You can Google me, MISTA DARKEYE, and all my social media handles will pop up. But if you don't want to go through all of that, then you can just go directly to IG and Mr._Darkeye. And you can hit me up on Facebook at Mr. Darkeye. And you can also follow the New Soul Music page at New Soul Music Record Label. And that's how you can get me.
All right. So y'all heard it first. So y'all know how to follow Mr. Darkeye and be supportive and get his music, because his music is hot, it's on point. He got videos.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And it's professional. Okay. So you need to make sure you follow him. So guys, y'all stay tuned. When I come back from this short break, have our motivational moment of the day. So don't go nowhere.
Hey everybody, it's your girl Danny Nicole. I am one of the hosts of the Brain Talk Show. So guess what? We're offering an opportunity to all entrepreneurs to promote or advertise their business on our show. For more information, please contact us at t.n.e.networksllc@gmail.com or visit our website at www.tnenetworks.com. Hey, have you seen the show yet? Check us out on YouTube. And if you like it, hit like and then subscribe. How about that?
Now, that was an awesome show, as always. Had a good time with Mr. Darkeye. Make sure that you go and support him and vote for him on the Queen City Awards. I think it's queencityawards.com. And you can go ahead and look him up. He has new soul music. That's his label. So he has been nominated, his company been nominated for Small Business of the Year. So make sure you vote for him on that. Vote for him as an artist and his other artists as well, Kimberly Latoya, which is under the label. So make sure we got to show each other support. And I'm always wanting to be supportive of entrepreneurs and business owners. So, that's just me. That's how I've always been, because I have people that's supportive of me. So thank you guys so much for joining. And my motivational nugget today is always make sure you know your self-worth. Like, don't ever let nobody rob you of who you are. Your self-worth is valuable, it's precious. Make sure that you keep it secure and safe at all times. Never let no one downplay you or try to pour water on your flame, okay? Just make sure that you keep your light bright at all times. So until next time, and make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel. So that's T&E Networks. You catch all of our latest shows. Make sure you hit the little bell button, and it'll notify you whenever any new shows are uploaded. That way you can stay on top of the latest stuff. So make sure you go over there and check us out, and tell your friends and family. Until next time, take care.